Hello everybody, welcome back to Siebens Center. Scott Heinley along with Ryan Wickstrom, and we're moments away from the tip-off of the men's game. This one looks to be an excellent game. Upper Iowa comes in to Siebens Fieldhouse with a number 3 ranking in the western region of Division III, 17-3 overall. Buena Vista, meanwhile, 12-8 overall. Upper Iowa's got a lot to play for. They're number 1 in the conference. They're looking for seeding in the national tournament, but Buena Vista believes it has a chance to knock them off tonight here at home. And the first meeting between these two teams, Buena Vista came away only a 6-point loser, 79-73 back on December 4th in Upper Iowa, a very tough place to play, a place that Buena Vista has not won in 4 or 5 years. Upper Iowa, when you look at what they have, Ryan, Michael Spencer, this conference's second leading scorer, burned them for 25 points in the first meeting.
Yeah, Michael Spencer out of Minneapolis, Minnesota again, coming off. It's going to be interesting to find out who Coach Van Haften decides to put on him to see if they can stop him. Again, much like the women's team, a lot of recruits. They don't have a starter from the state of Iowa. A lot of recruits out of state and far away again. But I think the key for the Buena Vista Beavers tonight is that the two captains really step up and show their senior leadership. The two captains being Matt Jansen and O.J. Freilich, really showing that they can play, really showing that they want to knock off that number 1 team in the conference.
Okay, this looks to be a real good one. Landon Roth led the Beavers with 22 points in the first one. Both these two teams very athletic. It's going to be a great game. We're looking forward to it. We hope you are. And you've got the best seat in the house. So stay tuned to Innovation Video Sports.
Watch Iowa basketball replay.
Child to AIDS.
Welcome back to Siebens Fieldhouse. Just moments from a great Iowa Conference game here coming up. The Upper Iowa Peacocks visiting in Storm Lake tonight. They traveled from Fayette today, and they will be taking on the Buena Vista Beavers here tonight.
Upper Iowa topped the Iowa Conference at 14-2. And they have not yet clinched the conference. Simpson is 1 game behind them at 13-3. And Coe is right there at 13-3 as well. Coe receiving votes for honorable mention for rankings as well. So the Iowa Conference hoping to get 1 team in the national tournament this year. There also will be a conference tournament. So Buena Vista, with their loss at Coe, with a tough loss right down in the final seconds of Coe on Tuesday night, their chances for a conference championship were eliminated then. But right now, they're still 4th in the conference. The top 4 teams in the conference get a home bye the first round of the Iowa Conference tournament. So Buena Vista right now just playing for that. And tonight would be a huge victory and boost the team's morale.
And as always, Iowa Conference tough in every sport, every winter sport. Wrestling, we have more than our tough wrestlers in wrestling. Women's basketball, always tough, and men's basketball is no exception. With Upper Iowa ranked, Simpson and Coe ranked coming right in there, and Buena Vista in 4th. Any win in the Iowa Conference is a tough and hard-fought win. So anything there goes.
let's take a look at some of the stats here for Buena Vista. The Beavers are led in scoring by Adam Jones, the freshman from out of Jefferson, averaging just under 15 points a game and also contributing 4 rebounds a game. The Beavers are led in rebounding by Nick Winters, about 5.5 a game. Matt Jansen leads the team in assists, which is kind of interesting. Jansen is a post player. You wouldn't expect that, but in Coach Van Haften's offense, that's the way it works out. O.J. Freilich leads the team in steals at 42 steals. And that's the thing when you look at Buena Vista this year. They do not have the size. They don't have a real big shot blocker in there, so they rely on steals for defense. They rely a very quick team with a lot of players with those long arms that can get in the passing lanes, like Brett Smith, O.J. Freilich, Landon Roth, Nolan Stribe, and the list goes on. And the Beavers, we should mention, atop the conference right now in scoring defense per game, giving up only 69.8 points a game, just a shade under 70 points a game, and that leads the conference. So very, and that you would expect nothing less from Coach Van Haften. As we take a look at the starting lineups right there, your backcourt is O.J. Freilich and Landon Roth, a senior and a junior there. Matt Jansen, the senior center, and front court Adam Jones, as well as Nick Winters, your younger players in the front court.
And Nolan Stribe there. I'm sure we'll see plenty of time off the bench tonight, along with Brian Fisher, who they bring in as a post defender. But as you were saying, Buena Vista really works on steals rather than blocks. But Buena Vista has really never been known as a tall team. Right now, the tallest player Buena Vista has is 6'6" with Brian Fisher, who is a threatening defender nonetheless. And just as you look at this again,
Coach Van Haften, he'll bring 4 players off the bench, 3 or 4 players. Not as deep as Coach Barry's team is, but he does have 9 players averaging in double figures in minutes. Trevor Betcher will come off the bench, junior. You've also got Brett Smith coming off the bench at the guard position. Nolan Stribe, like you mentioned, and Brian Fisher as well. For Upper Iowa, they start 6'4", 6'5" in the front court. Reginald Alexander, a 6'4" junior at forward. Thomas Chapman's their 6'5" junior center. Joshua Bossel, 6'2" junior at the other swing position. Ben Clausen, 6' junior in the backcourt, along with Michael Spencer, number 24. He's the man to keep your eye on from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the second leading scorer in the Iowa Conference. Right now, we're going to turn over to the PA and starting lineups.
Reginald Alexander. And for Buena Vista, a forward, number 3, Adam Jones. For Upper Iowa, forward, number 34, Joshua Bassell. And for Buena Vista, a sophomore from Iowa Falls, number 30, Nick Winters. The center for Upper Iowa is number 5, Thomas Chapman. And for Buena Vista, the center, a 6'4" senior from Fort Dodge, Iowa, number 40, Matt Jansen. Or Nolan Stribe. A guard for Upper Iowa, number 14, Ben Clausen. And for Buena Vista, a senior, 6-footer from Algona, Iowa, number 24, O.J. Freilich. And another guard for Upper Iowa, number 24, Michael Spencer. And for Buena Vista, a 5'11" junior from Waco, Iowa, number 33, Landon Roth. The NCAA promotes good sportsmanship.
And there we see a last-minute change in the starting lineup with Nolan Stribe starting instead of the senior Matt Jansen. So real quickly, let's just run over the official starting lineup now. We got Adam Jones, Nick Winter, Nolan Stribe instead of Matt Jansen, O.J. Freilich, and Landon Roth will be the starting 5 for the Beavers.
We should mention in the first meeting between these teams, Michael Spencer looked for him to put up the 3 early and often. He had 9 3-point attempts en route to his 22 points. And Buena Vista out-rebounded Upper Iowa in the first meeting, but turnovers played a factor. Buena Vista had 21 turnovers, and you can't do that on the road and still win, although they only lost by 6 points. And right now, a technical foul being called to open up the game, and Landon Roth is shooting free throws. What, did you see that happen, Ryan?
I think it might have been for the chanting coming in, maybe. I didn't see much anything. I thought maybe they were shooting for the ball.
Boy, Roth shoots 2 free throws to start this one off, makes them both. He had 25 points in the first contest between these teams to lead all scorers. And not only that, but BV gets the ball in bounds, so a great way to start this off if you're a Buena Vista fan. Upper Iowa starts off in man-to-man. Nolan Strive gets it underneath, spin move, no good. Rebounded by Alexander. All the way in for the layup, number 34, Joshua Bassell.
And just one thing to watch, this Upper Iowa offensive team here is really athletic. They like to run the ball. They'll get out and run you to death.
Roth for 3, no good. He can't hit this time. You're right, very athletic team is Upper Iowa. Spencer moving far near baseline, and Jones picks it up. This is Nick Winters bringing the ball up the floor. Once again, Upper Iowa in man-to-man. Three-pointer for Jones, no good. We're tied at 2, just underway here in the first half, 18:48 to go. Thanks for joining us, Scott Heinley, along with Ryan Wickstrom. Chapman for 3, no good. Excuse me, he made it. Upper Iowa on top by 3. The women came out on the losing end, 86-78 tonight against Upper Iowa women. As the ball is knocked out of bounds, and Upper Iowa will get it.
Tough break for Buena Vista early here. They get the two free throws from a technical foul from which we don't know the origin. But Upper Iowa comes out and scores 5 early points.
And it's an offensive foul called against Reginald Alexander. So Buena Vista will get the ball on a turnover. Upper Iowa, coached by Stu Engen in his 7th season, has literally turned this program around and brought them from the bottom of the conference to the top. Nick Winters inside with the easy basket. BB is to within 1. 5-4 here in the early goings. Alexander's far baseline got it to go. Upper Iowa builds a 3-point lead. Buena Vista, coached by Brian Van Haften. In his 3rd season, has a 70+ win percentage. And Nolan Strive blows the easy layup. Can't miss many of those and hope to beat Upper Iowa. And then Winters commits a foul on this end. Buena Vista crowd doesn't like it.
And the fans are telling the refs that. And they've got a pretty good fan crowd tonight for the action in Iowa Conference basketball.
Nice move by Clausen to get free, then he puts up the shot short. Offensive rebound, Alexander. He puts it up and in. Alexander's got 2 baskets early on. Upper Iowa is ahead by 5, 9-4, 17-12 first half. O.J. Freilich got the ball on the far wing. Guarded by Clausen. Now inside, nice pass to Adam Jones. As you see him pointing to O.J. Freilich, give him credit for the assist. Baseline, and Spencer had it stripped away from him. Bassell over to Clausen for 3. Got it. Ben Clausen for 3. Upper Iowa leads it 12-6. They've doubled up the score. Nick Winters from 10 pulls up. Yes, gets the friendly roll. Both teams working well in their half-court offenses here. And Buena Vista gets a steal. Winters ahead to Freilich, BB 2-on-1. And the ball is kicked away by Chapman. now let's go downstairs to Chad Aubrey for our floor report.
Those 2 points you saw the Beavers score early before regulation play began were a result of a technical foul against the Upper Iowa Peacocks. Seemingly they dunked during their pregame warm-up, which is against the rules, and the officials called a technical foul on them. Hence the 2 free throws the Beavers made before regulation play. This is Chad Aubrey with your floor report on Innovation Sports. Back to Ryan and Scott.
And after the missed three-pointer by Landon Roth, Jansen had it stripped. Here's Upper Iowa. No good. They missed 2 layups, and Buena Vista comes out of there. Oh, a big break for BV. 2 easy layup opportunities for the Peacocks. No good. And the Beavers down 12-8, under 16 to go in the first half. And as the ball is out of bounds for BV, that's interesting to know. Upper Iowa dunking in the pregame warm-ups. Not surprising, I might add. If you know Upper Iowa, you know their players. Not to give a bad impression of the school, but that's just the way they do things over there. And, you know, why not? It turns out they're ahead by 4 points. And
doesn't really surprise me, I guess. I mean, they were chanting like wild before they walked in. I guess they're just trying to show off for the home crowd.
Talking trash before the game on the other sidelines, but, you know, this team can certainly back it up with a number 3 ranking in the region. I guess you can come into any place and do what you want. Right now they lead by 4, 15:39 to go. Bousel for 3, no good, way short. Rebounded by Brett Smith, who checked into the game. And they're gonna call foul on Spencer, which is even better for Buena Vista. We'd like to get him in foul trouble. He's averaging a shade under 20 points a game for the season. And that is Upper Iowa's first team foul of the game. Adam Jones, far wing. Landon Roth guarded by Spencer. Over to Jones for 3 in the far baseline. No good, just short. Rebounded by Ben Clausen. Upper Iowa baseball pass ahead. Broken up nicely by Brett Smith. Oh, give Brett Smith credit for getting back on transition defense. Coach Van Hatten will be happy about that. BV still down by 4, 15 minutes, first half. Jones cutting across the middle. Oh, misses the 8-foot runner. Good look at the basket, just couldn't get it to go.
And it really looks like Upper Iowa is trying to get Buena Vista into the foul trouble, playing real physical underneath where the defense is often called for the fouls that the offense commits.
And our first substitutions of the game, Brian Fisher in for Adam Jones. And number 21, Lewis Bohm, and number 34, Bousel, he checks back into the game for Upper Iowa. Peacocks trying to build on a 4-point lead. Windblade misses a 3-pointer. Fisher with the rebound. Brian Fisher, one of the 4 seniors on this team. The others being Matt Jansen, OJ Freilich, and Brad Nelson. And miscommunication there in the inbounds pass. Landon Roth throws it away. Looking for Matt Jansen to cut the other way. Also into the game, number 30, Tony Sihas. And we've seen him. He is now a senior, and he's been playing, coming off the bench. I can remember him even when he was a freshman. And he's always been a great player off the bench, scoring in double figures off the bench for a few years now for Coach Engen. And what a weapon to have is Upper Iowa call for traveling. Tony Sihas, what a weapon, 6'8", coming off the bench for you. Right now we'll set the lineups for Buena Vista. Point guard, you got Brett Smith. Number 25 in there, Trevor Betcher, his first action of the game. Landon Roth, Matt Jansen, baseline hits it. Jansen pulls Buena Vista to within 2. It's 12-10 Upper Iowa. And Landon Roth is your other starter right now for BV. Basel for 3, no good. Jansen with the rebound. Brett Smith has got Landon Roth. And Upper Iowa does a good job recovering. Smith misses a 3. Fisher with the rebound, and he gets fouled. He'll be on the line.
As we said, they really like to bring Brian Fisher in when they need those rebounds. He's a big presence underneath. He's a big guy, hard to move, and he can get up there for being a big guy. So he is awfully good at getting up there and getting those rebounds.
trying to tie the game with 2 free throws, and he misses the first. On the season, Fisher is a 60% free throw shooter, and he makes the second one. So it's 12-11, Upper Iowa, 1-point lead, 13:43 to go, first half. Clausen dribbles inside, dishes, and it's blocked by Fisher. What a block by Fisher, getting up there and swatting that away. We'll see if BB can capitalize.
Fish just goes up there and says, "You can't do that in my house."
Matt Jansen called. I thought they were going to call traveling, but they end up calling a foul on Sihas.
The refs all night have really seemed to have been right on top of those calls, getting the right call and not really making anybody mad in any way.
Brett Smith wide open for 3, no good. He's 0 for 2 from three-point land tonight. Clausen rebound. Upper Iowa very quick. Alexander turn around, he is fouled. Reginald Alexander, huge physical presence. Only 6'4", but he's just a wide body in there.
He looks like a middle linebacker out there bringing the ball down court.
That is very true. He'll be on the line. Makes the first. Trying to give Upper Iowa a 3-point lead here, and does. 14-13 Peacocks, 13-10 remaining in the first half.
And that would be Reginald Arnold's 6th point of the night. So he may look like a football player, but he's a basketball player.
Freilich driving baseline all the way to the hoop and got it. O.J. Freilich takes it to the hole. His first basket of the game, and brings BB to within 1. Cross-court pass. Now inside to Alexander, working on Fisher. Over to Clausen. 3 on the near corner by Chapman. Got it. Chapman drills a 3. And that puts the Peacocks up by 4. Matt Jansen. Over to Freilich. Trevor Betcher thinks about the 3, then pulls back. 15 on the shot clock. Brett Smith for 3, no good. Brett Smith just can't seem to find that 3-point range. He's 0 for 3 so far tonight. Ray Lewis checks into the game, no good from 3-point land. Trevor Betcher with the rebound. Buena Vista down by 4 here. Matt Jansen's nice spin move off the glass, can't get it to go.
And yeah, we talked about the physicalness of this Upper Iowa team, but don't underestimate the physicalness of this Buena Vista team. They can run and jump with just about any team out there, including this Upper Iowa team.
Right there, nice hustle by Betcher getting the steal. Once again, Upper Iowa is back on transition defense very quickly. Brett Smith, no good. Buena Vista getting to the hole, but just can't quite make the shots when they do. Last couple of trips down. A double team down low. Four new Buena Vista players will check in at the next break in action. Chapman for 3, this time he can't make it. Fisher with the rebound. O.J. Freilich with a circus shot, no good, but he's fouled.
And at this time, we will send it down to our floor reporter, Chad Aubrey, who looks like he's talking with some kind of Hawaiian golfer or something.
And it is Odie.
All right, we're here with Brad Douglas, otherwise known as Odie, a former Buena Vista Beaver basketball player himself. Odie, what brings you back here?
I have to make it back for every big game. So I follow these guys pretty close, so I decided to come back for this one.
And we were just wondering, so BB grad, what are you doing now?
I work for Kendall Healthcare. I'm a medical supply rep in the surgical side of that company.
All right, and I got to ask you, how does it feel to be back here as your alumni here at Buena Vista University?
Oh, it's like coming back to home here. I mean, I came up with some friends that have just graduated from school, and it's always great to come back to BB.
All right, I must say, I love the hat. Great hat. Thank you, Odie. And this is Chad Aubrey with Innovation Sports. Back up to Ryan and Scott.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Chad, with Odie, who is a 4-year member of the men's basketball team.
Said he comes back for every big game. You can guarantee he'll be back next weekend when the Beavers take on Simpson, excuse me.
As Reginald Alexander gets in for the basket, Upper Iowa opens up a 5-point lead. It's nice to see, though, that former players following their once former teammates. That's very good for a program, I think. And it shows that the players really do care about what goes on. Alexander double teamed inside. Now they're going with the double team. Ball picked off by Freilich, and he's going to wait for his teammates. Adam Jones pulls up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Dribbles in, takes another shot, no good. But Roth is there. Landon Roth puts it back up and in. Nice job created by the O.J. Freilich steal. Buena Vista getting 3 and 4 opportunities that time, and offensive rebounds pay off.
It just shows that following your own shot helps. Just go up, miss it, get your own rebound, get a putback.
Alexander to turn around, and that is money. Alexander all over that one. He's got 10 so far to lead all scorers. In 10 points in the first 10.5 minutes for Alexander. And you can bet that BB will be going to double team down low when he gets it from now on. Nick Winters working hard against Alexander, and he gets the foul. And they wave off the shot that time.
Saying it was
on the
before
floor.
the shot.
Coach Van Haften doesn't like that. He usually doesn't get too upset on the sidelines. That one, he's at least letting the refs know about it. And I agree with him. I felt like he was fouled in the act of shooting. 9:15 to go, first half. Buena Vista working on a 5-point deficit here. Nolan Strive over to Freilich. Upper Iowa now to a 2-3 zone. So they've switched from a man-to-man to a 2-3 zone. Nick Winters from 15, got it. Winters pulls up and hits a big shot for BV. They're to within 3. We've seen about a 3 to 5 point margin so far. As we say hi to some of our friends here, the crowd's starting to fill up. Oh, huge play for Upper Iowa on the other end. Tony Sihas, 6'8", stepping outside the 3-point line, hitting the shot. Plus they get the foul, so it's a chance. Actually, here's what's happened. They're going to waive the shot on the 3-pointer, but on the defensive foul, they get the ball out of bounds. Now they put the points on the board, so they...
A little confusion there between the refs and the scorers table maybe, but...
It's a chance for a huge possession here for Upper Iowa. They've already had it 3 years. Sihas for another 3. He's got it, feeling it. Tony Sihas coming off the bench.
6'8" and popping a 3.
2 3-pointers in a row for Sihas. And Upper Iowa has opened up a 6-point lead here. 8:44 to go first half. We're going to keep it right here. Glad you could join us for this edition of Innovation Video Sports. And a reminder, tomorrow's games against Loras, the doubleheader, both will be televised here on Innovation Video.
Hope to see you back.
And at halftime, we will be talking to Coach Janet Berry about her loss. Her team come out and losing again tonight, 86-78.
And after this game, we will have Brian Van Haften's first thoughts on however this game turns out. So that'll be interesting. So you might want to stick around for that too.
Yeah, and we're having some problems here. I guess everybody's trying to get back in the swing of things here in the second semester, but the scoreboard operators haven't been doing a good job here. And now they've got it correct. It's 27-18. So I was right. We got Sihas hit 2 3-pointers. So it was a 6-0 basically possession they had over on the other end. And now Upper Iowa is on top by 9. So that changes the complexion of the game quite a bit. Now the Peacocks have a little bit of breathing room.
That's still pretty impressive, though. A 6'8" person who can
O.J. Freilich right over Ben Clausen with a hand in his face, knocks down a tough shot. That's 5 on the game for O.J. As you said, Ryan, as he gets a steal. OJ one-on-one fast break, and whoa, he misses a layup. Might have gotten fouled. And BB was lucky to keep the ball here. You mentioned the start of the game. Senior players need to step up right there. OJ Freilich knocking down a shot with a hand in his face. Then he gets a steal. So that is happening so far.
Showing that that's got to be the tempo of the game. Go down, you can score, we can score too.
Nolan Strive dishing off to Freilich for three on the near wing. No good. Short offensive rebound by Nick Winters. 8 minutes to go now, first half. Nolan Strive off the glass from 17 feet.
And he says, I'll take it.
You bet. 5-point deficit for BV. Sihas trying to go 3 for 3. No good, just rims out. Spencer right there. Nobody blocked him out. And give him credit. He's right there for the board putback.
He might be a physical player, but you still got to put a body on him.
Yeah, I could get that rebound and put it in.
Might be giving yourself a little credit there, Scott.
For the far corner, Adam Jones checks back in, no good. Ball out of bounds on Bausa, so BB gets it back. Fisher and Smith check back in for Jones and Freilich.
And as you can hear, there is no love lost between the Buena Vista crowd and this Upper Iowa team.
That's right.
Buena Vista's the fans here are gonna tell them when they see something they don't like.
And this is a rivalry that has been brewing for the last few years as both these teams. Roth drains a three in the corner and gets knocked down, no foul, but big three-pointer for Lando. BB to within 4.
And Roth dives after that one, trying to stop it from going out of bounds.
Jansen checks back in for Winters. As we mentioned, this Upper Iowa Buena Vista series is becoming quite a rivalry in the past year or two, especially on the men's side. Clausen, no good, puts up the 3, and the fans made him shoot that. They were counting down as if the shot clock was running out. He still had 12 seconds left to shoot it. Well, chalk that one up to the 6th man, the crowd. And you don't want to egg Buena Vista's crowd on because they'll keep doing that.
And that is always a big factor in these games when you're playing at home. The crowd always enters into it.
Spencer called for the foul on Nolan Strive. But you don't see that too often, but it did impact the Clausen shot there as he forced a bad one. They still had 12 seconds left, so.
Might be a tactic Brian Manhattan brings in later in the game.
.6:30 remaining first half. It's a 4-point lead for Upper Iowa. They've maintained about a 3 to 5 point advantage throughout most of the first half after Buena Vista got off to that early 2-0 lead on the technical foul. Roth this time can't make the 3 from the corner. Moments ago, he made a 3-pointer from that same location. Ray Lewis, who checked back into the game, over to Clausen for 3. He misses again. Trevor Betcher inside to Jansen. Jansen loses it. Here comes Reginald Alexander.
Both teams really fighting for the ball here, Scott.
Spencer, Michael Spencer there for and he is fouled. Oh, that time not a good decision by Landon Roth to foul Spencer. Just let him have that easy basket and get back on offense. Now it's a chance for a 3-point play. And I'll tell you what, even though Spencer is the team's leading scorer, he's just shade under 20. The points he's been getting tonight have been easy gimmies. He's made a couple of layups on putbacks or fast breaking points. Here he's got a chance for a 3-point play. And he makes it, giving Upper Iowa a 32-25 lead. Just under 6 minutes to play. Fisher, oh, Brian Fisher, this throws it away. And they call over and back on BB. Coach Van Haften doesn't agree with it.
Neither do the fans here, Scott. As you said, Spencer, he scores a lot, but he's not the greatest free throw shooter, shooting only 67%. Not a very common number for somebody who's got nearly 20 points a game.
Boy, Van Haften's still talking to the ref, pleading his case, as they did call an over and back that time. Fisher had torn it away, and Van Haften thought that an Upper Iowa player touched it, which was the case, I thought. It was deflected, but it didn't turn out that way. Upper Iowa, Alexander turned around, no good. This time he misses. I think he likes it a little bit better on that right side of the floor. Jansen, double team, and he gets fouled.
And it seems to be even a little bit of, I don't know if you want to call it confusion or confrontation, even between some of the players on the own team, one trailing the other one not to do what he just did and get that foul.
For the Upper Iowa?
Yeah. I believe it was Joshua Bissell after the foul there, just kind of having a conference with
Landon Roth taking it to the hole with authority, and he draws the foul. Well, that's one thing Buena Vista has done a much better job of this year than last year, is getting to the free throw line. And of course, that's partly out of necessity. Buena Vista this year with a lot different lineup. The makeup of the team is different, more quicker, aggressive players, a lot of two guards out there who are able to break you down off the dribble. Whereas last year they relied more on spot-up shooters such as Nick Dentlinger, Aaron Bloom,
Nate Bjorkgren.
Yeah.
All guys that could shoot that almost 30-foot three-pointer and be real confident in making it.
So Landon gets to the line. Makes a pair, so Buena Vista is to within 5. 32-27, Upper Iowa leads. 5:10 to go, first half. Scott Heinley joined by Ryan Wickstrom and Chad Aubry's down on the floor tonight. Michael Spencer gets in for the easy basket. Give him 7, and Upper Iowa has a 7-point lead. Brian Fisher inside.
I don't think Buena Vista has held the lead other than that 2-0 to start the game.
You're right. Brett Smith wide open on the far wing. No good. Brett Smith 0 for 4 from downtown tonight. Landon Roth stepping in, gets a steal.
And he's clobbered from behind.
But nice hustle. Joshua Bissell almost making an excellent play. Still gets a block.
But you got to look at the excellent play right before that with the steal by Landon Roth to see how good both of these teams actually are.
That's right. You take a look at this game. Turnovers in this game have been created by steals, whereas opposed to the women's game, there's a lot of unforced turnovers and just bad passes. Landon Roth is an 85% free throw shooter, and he makes both. Pulling the margin to 5 points right now. BV down by 5. Upper Iowa has had about a 5-point lead throughout much of the first half. Spencer for 3 in the near wing. No good. He can make that shot. Spencer had 9 3-point attempts in the first meeting between these two. And they call an offensive foul in Upper Iowa, so Brian Fisher will be at the line. That was the 8th team foul on Upper Iowa, so Buena Vista now in the 1-1.
And Landon Roth right now leading all Buena Vista scorers with 10, and 8 of those, coming off of free throws. So obviously seeing a lot better turn of getting to the line in this game rather than the women's game for the Buena Vista Beavers.
And Fisher misses the front end. So again, free throws playing a big part in this game. We saw it was the pivotal factor in the women's game. Spencer for 3 in the near wing, no good. He felt he was fouled. Smith with it. Buena Vista on a mini fast break. Fetcher. Oh, they called for a charge. They felt he pushed off. They'll go back, but still, nice play for Fetcher. And going back to the Landon Roth free throw situation, in the first meeting between these two games, when he led all scorers with 25 points, he was 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Already tonight, he's made 8 free throws, so that is continuing. Landon Roth is the aggressive play against Upper Iowa.
Yeah, I think the important thing right now is just Buena Vista keeps pressuring that ball, and Upper Iowa will keep making the same mistakes and sending the Beavers to the line. So.
And another steal by Trevor Betcher. Three-pointer in the corner by Jones. That's huge. Adam Jones knocks down the three ball, and Buena Vista is to within 2, 34-32.
And our crowd likes that.
Clutch basket by Adam Jones. And this is as close as Buena Vista has been in a long time.
Since the 2-0 deficit right at the beginning.
Upper Iowa comes into town 14-2, 17-3 overall. Ranked number 3 in the Western region. Very talented bunch of athletes. Buena Vista 11-5, 12-8 overall. And Tony Sihas getting inside for the backdoor lay-in.
And you know, Scott, if you could say one word that describes this Beaver team right now, you got to say scrappy. They're going for everything.
Adam Jones for 3 again, no good. Betcher with the board, puts it up, no good, but he got fouled. Trevor Betcher playing consistently here in this last 2-3 minute stretch. Betcher, and I have not seen much of him play. He didn't get a whole lot of playing time last year, but he has worked his way into a lot of minutes this season. A 6'2" junior from Albert City, Iowa, so close by Storm Lake. Makes the first free throw. As O.J. Freilich and Nick Winters check in, a couple of North Central Conference products.
Yeah, as
from
you said,
Algona and Iowa Falls.
As you said, Betcher didn't play much last year, but he's up to 15.3 minutes per game this year, so good turnaround for that young player.
That's nice to see. Betcher makes both free throws and takes a seat on the bench as Nolan Stribe re-enters. So right now you got Brett Smith, Nolan Stribe, Adam Jones, O.J. Freilich, and Trevor and Nick Winters. So really, you have about 4 perimeter players out there and Nick Winters. So a small lineup right now for Coach Van Hampton. As Chapman called for the travel. So Buena Vista gets the ball back with 3:02 to go in the first half with a chance to tie or possibly take the lead with the three-pointer.
Yeah, they just sent Chapman packing there.
Big possession here for Buena Vista. Nick Winters moves inside, gets the basket against Sihas. Right there, Nick Winters had a bigger physical presence than Sihas. Even though Sihas had size on him, you could see him move him out of the way, and he was able to get the easy lay-in.
And that's one thing. Nick Winters really stepped up last year as a freshman and showed he could play for a small, for being 6'2", 6'3". He's not a very big physically guy, but he can move people.
And Bossell misses the easy lay-in, and Buena Vista with a chance now to go on top. Game tied 36-all, 2:20 to go first half. Upper Iowa now back to a man-to-man defense. They had went to 2-3 for a few moments. Nice basket in the foul. Nolan Stribe with a chance for a three-point play.
And all I have to say about that, wow.
That's a big-time play. And Nolan Stribe is, we've seen that from him in his 1.5 seasons here.
And no need to tell you with that crowd reaction, Buena Vista took the lead.
For the first time since being up 2-0, Buena Vista goes on top. But Stribe can't make the three-point play. 38-36 BV. We're at the 2-minute mark of the first half. Chapman with it, guarded by Smith. Buena Vista, of course, stays in the man-to-man zone defense. Spencer driving in, can't make it, rebound, Winters. And give Buena Vista credit on rebounding is one shot and out for Upper Iowa.
And
Smith driving baseline, puts up the shot, but he's fouled on the floor. And that was the 10th team foul against Upper Iowa, so from here on in, it'll be two foul shots for BV. And Brett Smith is on the line.
And Upper Iowa just does not look like they're in their game. Michael Spencer just, that last possession down court, went in, 3-foot shot, usually see him make that, and he missed it. And Winters got the big rebound there, so.
Brett Smith makes the free throw. I really like the lineup Coach Van Haften has out on the floor right now. I really think it gives you a lot of versatility. It's a lot of guys. For one thing, it's a great defensive lineup. You're quick, you're aggressive. You have 5 guys out there who can really get after it, get the steals. And even though it's not a big lineup, you got a lot of good shooters in there and guys who can break you down off the dribble and get to the free throw line. So I really like this, especially against an aggressive team like Upper Iowa. It's a really good matchup.
You might not have the height they have in there, but
Spencer, what a move! Michael Spencer showing you why he is the second leading scorer in the conference. What a fantastic move from the all-conference player.
and like I was saying there, they might not have the height that Upper Iowa has in there right now, but I guarantee you, Buena Vista will stay right with them when it comes to foot speed.
Adam Jones had it stolen away. Joshua Bussell making the play now on the other end. Pulls up from 14. They wave the shot off. They're calling a foul on the floor. A double foul. They call it a double foul. And while we sort this out, we'll just remind you that Buena Vista on top 39-38. We got 1:09 to go.
And Michael Spencer down there arguing the foul. I don't think he's going to get it.
Reset the lineups here for you. For Buena Vista, we have Brett Smith, Nolan Strive, Adam Jones, O.J. Freilich, and Nick Winters. And for Upper Iowa, you have Tony Sihas, Mike Windblade, Lewis Bohm. Checking in will be Ben Clausen for Spencer, and also in there is Joshua Bussell. So Reginald, and let's keep in mind, this run has happened when, guess who has been on the bench? Reginald Alexander's on the bench, and that has coincided with the run that BV's had. Offensive rebound by Bohm, and he puts it up and in. So this time Upper Iowa, you can see where rebounding plays a big factor. This time they get a second opportunity and convert on it. And they go back on top by 3, 42-39.
And they call it charging there. I don't know if I agree with some of these calls this game.
Well, the refs have to take charge in this emotional contest, a great rivalry, but things can get out of hand if they don't, so give them credit. They're doing a good job so far. Upper Iowa up by 3 with a chance to build on that. 40 seconds to go. Ben Clausen on the far wing, tenaciously guarded by Smith. Betcher almost comes up with a steal. And the Bohm for a 3 in the far corner, no good. Winters with the rebound, and he's fouled.
And fouled hard with an elbow to the chin there. I think one interesting thing for the second half is going to be watching Upper Iowa set up their offense, right in front of this large Buena Vista crowd. They're really taunting the players now when they come down on defense, and that'll be really interesting to see if they can keep their heads in the game and not get into it with the fans.
That's a great point, Ryan. Right now, Buena Vista down by 3. Winters misses the first. Misses the front end of 2. Jansen checking in for Betcher for defensive purposes. Nick Winters, a chance to bring the Beavers to within 2 here. 24 seconds first half. It's a 42-40 ball game. We'll see if Upper Iowa tries to hold for 1 here with the shot clock turned off. And it looks like they will. Bussell inside of Clausen, no good at the layup. Jansen with the rebound, and he is fouled. Matt Jansen getting positioning against the big number 44, Ray Lewis, and they'll call Lewis for the foul. And that's a 2-shot free throw for Jansen coming up with a chance to tie.
And it really looks like when these Upper Iowa players are coming down on the BV players, they're not coming down just to get the foul. They're coming down to almost hurt the player. They're coming down hard on top of these players.
Well, Upper Iowa is a very physical team, and Jansen misses the front end again. So BV with wasted opportunities here on the free throw line. Very important to make these free throws. Second one on the way is good. So BB to within 1 point, 42-41, 12 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. Upper Iowa's gonna hold it for one shot here. Jones almost comes up with the steal, and they call a foul on Jones. It's gonna be on the floor before the shot. Joshua Bussell is gonna be on the line, shooting 2. Both teams have been in the double bonus now.
Only 4 seconds left on the ticker, so
4 seconds left, plenty of time for Buena Vista to get a good shot off. And believe me, they will. They practice this all the time. Look for Buena Vista to get a very good look at the basket here on the other end. Bussell makes the first one, so it's a 2-point lead. 4 seconds to go.
So under the best contingency right now, Buena Vista could go in to halftime in a tie with the #1 team in the conference, or possibly a lead here.
4 seconds to go. Buena Vista. O.J. Freilich pulls up from 24. No good. Just off the rim at the buzzer. So Buena Vista goes into the locker room only down by 2 here against the number 3rd rated team in the country. It's 43-41 at the half. Right now, we're going to pause for these messages. Stay tuned for the halftime. We're going to have highlights, we'll have stats, and we'll have analysis and interviews as well. You're watching Innovation Video Sports.
Watch Iowa basketball replay.
Burley Bear Network produces entertainment programming for the national college audience. Burley Bear reaches over 150 colleges and universities in 40 states, making it the nation's largest college cable television network. Burley Bear Network's mission is to unite the national student population with programming that documents the real college experience. Burley Bear reflects the dynamic issues and interests of the 15 million student viewers nationwide.
Yeah, I noticed he had a few problems with free throws, and
We're not.
I noticed.
Okay, here we're back at Buena Vista University in Siebens Fieldhouse, and we had a little technical difficulty there. And as you heard, our floor reporter Chad Aubrey is down there with head women's coach Janet Berry, and we're going to get her thoughts on that tough loss tonight to Upper Iowa right now.
I'm Chad Aubrey here with Buena Vista women's head basketball coach Janet Berry. Coach, tough loss to a tough team tonight, 8-point loss, but you guys played hard, but it seemed like you started out a little slow maybe tonight. Upper Iowa scored the first 5 points unanswered. Any reason for that, you think?
Well, we did. We didn't get out of the gates like we'd like to, and we missed a couple shots at the beginning of both halves tonight. But I'm not going to make excuses. Although we had some kids that had been sick this week, and we were a step slow tonight. But I'm very proud of our kids because we didn't give up, and it was one of those games where we just could not get a break. We couldn't get a loose ball, and when they shoot on your home floor, they shoot make 31 free throws to your 12, and you only lose by 8. That's just frustrating. We out-rebounded them by 20. Sally Riesenbeck did everything in her power to keep us in the game, 28 points and 8 rebounds, and this one's, I feel bad because I felt we played good enough to win, but Upper Iowa, give them credit. They did not, anytime they started to bend a little bit, they just did not break.
There were a few key calls that we thought might have gone either way. I know you were getting a little frustrated maybe with some of those. Think that could have maybe helped you win or been a factor maybe?
Well, it's probably not appropriate for me to critique the officials. I'm not in the Big Ten. I don't think I'd get fined or anything like that. But, it's one of those things. Sometimes you got to create your own luck and you got to adjust. But like I said, just getting a break. A couple times I thought we'd have the steal and maybe they got the foul, and or maybe we thought there was a travel. But, some people might got a little irritated because we extended that game a little bit. But I really felt I was going to make them make their free throws, and I felt I wanted to do everything in our powers to give our kids an opportunity to win because I thought we played well enough to win. And again, Upper Iowa, when you shoot over 80, they shot 80, almost 82% from the free throw line, and you get 38 attempts at it, you're going to win a lot of games. That's all there is to it.
And this kind of brings your 5-game losing streak to an end. Is there going to be any other strategy tomorrow against Loris for your game?
As a coaching staff, you go up to your, office afterwards, you talk about the game, critique a little bit, and then you got to put it away because tomorrow's another game. Loris is a game we thought we should have won earlier in the season, so we're coaching staff, we're trying to get ready for Loris tomorrow, and we're going to do whatever we can to get prepared to that, and hopefully our kids will be feeling a little bit better, maybe a little more energy tomorrow night, and but that's the game of basketball, and those are things you got to do. But the good thing is we don't have to think a whole lot about this loss, and hopefully we can get one tomorrow night at Parents' Night.
Okay, well, thank you, Coach Janet Berry, for talking with us. And I'm Chad Aubrey for Innovation Sports.
Well, thanks, Chad, for that great interview there. Got the insights on that women's game from Coach Berry.
And free throws was the key to that game. Upper Iowa making twice as many free throws as Buena Vista attempted. And Upper Iowa just outplayed Buena Vista tonight. Right now, we have an interview with Coach Al Baxter, whose wrestling team was not in action this week. The meet against Wartburg got canceled last night because of the bad weather, but here is the second half of his interview, and we'll go to that right now.
Welcome back to the BV Duels and the second half of our interview with head wrestling coach Al Baxter here on Innovation Sports.
And do you think you have a little advantage on Wartburg considering they have to come way out to the west part of the state?
Well, it's a funny deal. Wartburg College, the closest school in the Iowa Conference for Wartburg is Buena Vista, 150 miles. Or actually, the furthest. That's the furthest they have to go. The closest school for us in the Iowa Conference is Wartburg. It's 150 miles. But I don't think that 150-mile trip's going to hurt them too much. Wartburg is competing today in the All-Lutheran tournament, which is at Luther College. Augsburg, who's rated number 1 in the nation out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, they'll be there. Wartburg, the second-rated team. You got Augustana College out of Rock Island, Illinois. A couple Concordia schools, I think one out of Minnesota, one out of Wisconsin. Waldorf Community College, Luther College. So it's a tough tournament. And so their guys are going to be getting 3, 4, 5 matches in today. And I know they're going to be ready when they come over here on Thursday.
And some of the key wrestlers this year have been Daryl Becker, ranked 7th in the nation right now, and Schwetzberger, always there. I just want to kind of talk about the individual wrestlers.
You bet.
How they've stepped up this year.
Jay Field is at 125 right now, and was in the rankings, but kind of fell out of the top 8 rankings. But Jay's the kind of guy that he's going to be in there when the chips are on the table. He always comes through tough. Rick Schweisberger is in a very, very tough weight class in the conference. 125 and 133 in our conference are 2 of the toughest weight classes. And if those guys can even get 3rd or 4th in the conference, I think they've got a good chance of going to nationals. That's what we want to do, is advance guys on to the nationals. So, and at 141, Mark Van Beek has just been doing a super job. Every time he wrestles, he gets better. He had to sit out 2 years because of injuries. At 149, Colby Yoder kind of really opened up today, and he's got every move in the book, you know, but sometimes he has trouble pulling the trigger, you know, and if he wrestles and thinks offensive and aggressive, he can do it, and he really wrestled well against Briarcliff. At 157, Darrell Becker came in and started wrestling varsity the end of December when we went down the Florida trip, and has just done a marvelous job, just magnificent, and he has really beat some really good wrestlers. He won the Cornell Invitational. At 165, Andy Kruger, I couldn't be more pleased with Andy's performance, and he just gets better and better. Has really beaten some outstanding wrestlers. He also won the Cornell Invitational. At 174, Savon Cole beat Friedhoff from Luther College, who was an All-American last year. He beat him 9-5 in the finals of the Cornell Invitational, and he sprained his ankle, and we're just hoping that you know, he can continue to work out and get those good practices in, so he'll be in shape for the conference. We may not wrestle, it depends on how his ankle's feeling. We may not be wrestling him against Wartburg. We can't take any chances Thursday. And then at 184, Mike Pamelak, magnificent today. He was behind 7-2 and came back and beat his guy in the last 2 or 5 seconds, I guess it was. And at 197, Tag Knowles, 32 wins, 2 losses. He won the Cornell Invitational. We're holding Tag out today, kind of rejuvenate his battery and so forth, and let a couple little minor injuries heal up and so forth, but he's been looking fantastic. Tag hasn't lost since November. And Frank Bachman, I mean, for a guy that's set out of wrestling for 3 years to come in, he's our only heavyweight, and what a job he has done. I mean, he's won over 20 matches. I can't say enough good things about Frank, and he's been fighting bronchitis, and we've had him to the doctor about 5 times, and 6 or 7 different prescription pills. We're going to keep doing it until we find something that clears up his chest problems, but he has a hard time breathing out there, so he's been kind of going on guts. But I couldn't be prouder of our team. We've got some great guys behind these varsity guys right now. I mean, there's 5, 6 weights you can just about flip a coin. But that's kind of our starting lineup right now, and that will probably be our starting lineup for Wartburg and also the conference tournament, barring any injuries.
And as I said, you got a busy schedule today, and as you can see, Buena Vista is starting to wrestle, so we're going to let you get back over to your real job of coaching the team. So thanks for coming over, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Hey, welcome back. Coach Baxter wasn't in action yesterday, but it's still good to get his ideas on the year. He's always a fun guy to talk to. I luckily got to do that interview, and I have to say he's a real fun guy to interview and talk with.
And he'll talk for as long as you have. Right now we're at halftime of the men's game, and we have a barn burner going on right now in the Siebens Center. Upper Iowa up 43-41. Let's take a look right now at these halftime stats, I believe. And
leading BV is Landon Roth with 11, and right there next to him is Alexander from Upper Iowa with 10 points.
But yeah, and those 2 players, Reginald Alexander. And right now they're telling us we need to go to a break, and I guess we'll somehow do the stats a little bit later on, but take a quick break and be right back.
Sally wants to be a surgeon someday. Maybe she'll operate on you. Now, would you like a free booklet of simple ways you can help improve her education? Call 1-800-96-PROMISE.
Welcome back to Siebens Fieldhouse. Scott Heinley along with Ryan Wickstrom and Chad Aubry's on the floor tonight. Upper Iowa on top by a margin of 2 points here at halftime at the Siebens Center. And we're just going into the halftime stats. Leading scorers, Landon Roth leads all scorers with 11 points. And continuing right where he left off on December 4th when he had 25 against Upper Iowa, he's got 11. Hit a big 3 right at the start of the game along with a couple technical free throws. Nick Winters with 9 points did a solid job in the post. Adam Jones with 5, and O.J. Freilich had a nice spurt in there as well with 5 points. Upper Iowa, Reginald Alexander, 10 points. Those 10 points were scored in the first 9 minutes and 50 seconds of the game. And he went to the bench with 2 fouls in the latter stages of the first half, and that's when Buena Vista made their run. So right now you look at Alexander, and you got to say the key for Upper Iowa is to keep him out of foul trouble and in the game, because that's when they were playing well. Then you have Michael Spencer with 9 points, so he's got a lot of easy baskets. Didn't have to work very hard for his. Tony Sihas with 8, 2 3-pointers and an easy lay-in for him, and Chapman with 6. Field goal percentage, Upper Iowa shooting 47%, Buena Vista 38, about the same amount of attempts there. 3-pointers, both teams launching it from 3-point land. Buena Vista only 2 of 15. Got to look for that to improve. I believe, especially like Brett Smith was 0 for 4, so you got to think BV's a good shooting team from beyond the arc. That maybe should improve. Free throws, Buena Vista getting to the line 20 times, but only making 65%. So it's been a great first half, Ryan. Well played on both sides of the ball, and it's just been fun to watch.
And I think the one stat that you look on this paper that is pretty much the exact reverse of the earlier game, the women's game, excuse me, is the free throw shooting. Buena Vista 13 of 20, shooting 65%, and Upper Iowa 4 of 5. So Upper Iowa really sending the Beavers to the line a lot more, unlike the women's game where the Beavers were sending the Peacocks to the line a lot more. And that might end up being the deciding factor in a close game as it is.
That's right. And both teams will switch sides. Buena Vista now moving, as you see it, right to left. And they will be on offense on their side of the bench. O.J. Freilich, near wing, shake and bake. Can't get the shot to fall. But he did a good job setting himself up for good luck, but just couldn't finish. Spencer had it blocked by Nick Winters, who has come up big. Winters, he tries to call timeout. He's going out of bounds, but he couldn't get it. And the ball goes back to Upper Iowa.
As we said, that end of the first half was really scrappy. Players diving all over the court, seeing if they can get the loose ball. And with any indication of how it's gone so far.
Oh, big time slam. Thomas Chapman just lowering the hammer on that one. Offensive board, and he came in weak side. Nobody boxed him out, and that's what happens. You get dunked on. 4-point lead for Upper Iowa. And I guarantee you that didn't draw a reaction from this crowd, but if that had been in Fayette, the place would have been nuts. Betcher inside from 12 feet. Got the friendly roll. Trevor Betcher with his 4th point of the game. He's played a quality first half.
And with this physical team, I'm surprised that's the first dunk we've seen all night.
It is right. And shot again was bothered by Buena Vista. So 2 blocks here in the early going by BV. Down by 2. A chance to tie, perhaps take the lead with the 3. Landon Roth over to Betcher. Fakes, now driving in, had it knocked away. Nice strip by Spencer. And this is going all the way in for the layup, Clausen. So off the turnover, Upper Iowa gets an easy lay-in, and they're ahead 47-43, just underway here in the second half if you're joining us. It's been a great ball game, and it promises to go right down to the end. O.J. Freilich can't get it to go, gets his own rebound. Kicks it back out. Betcher from 16. This time he can't get the roll, but it's knocked out of bounds by Upper Iowa. Upper Iowa, the top-rated team in the conference, 14-2 in the league, rated number 3 in the Western region, and this would be a huge victory for Buena Vista. Nice shot in the lane by Landon Roth, showing his athletic ability. He's got 13 to lead all scorers.
And when you think about this team, you got to think back to last year when we upset Simpson on a last-minute shot by Landon Roth. They were top of the conference then. We could do it again this year.
Reginald Alexander hits the turnaround to get 12, so he picks up where he left off at the start of the first half. And Upper Iowa, again, builds it to a 4-point lead, 49-45. A foul called away from the ball against Upper Iowa. And my thoughts exactly, I was just starting to think that this game reminds me, I didn't see that Simpson game, but it has very similar characteristics to that BV Simpson game last January. Now let's hope it has the same result. Freilich with it out top. Upper Iowa now back to a man-to-man. So they've switched up their defenses here. We've seen a 2-3 look zone from them, also man-to-man. Betcher just has his shot rejected big time. And here comes an easy 2-point basket. Thomas Chapman get a couple easy baskets so far here in the first half. Upper Iowa leads it by 6.
And it looks like Buena Vista came out with that really quick but not very physical team that they started out with. Pretty much the only down underneath physical player is Landon Roth, who just got that basket there.
Check that, that's Nick Winters.
Oh, Nick Winters.
Basket. Spencer, 10-foot jumper, got it. He's in double figures with 11. And Upper Iowa back on top by 6. Your score at halftime was 42-40. Jones puts up a shot, no good. Nice board by Winters. Stolen away by Chapman. Boy, Chapman's played a good second half so far.
Starting it out with that monster dunk.
Pair of reserves checking in for Buena Vista. It's Nolan Stribe. For Upper Iowa, it's number 42, Mike Windblade. Spencer working on Stribe, passes inside to no good. Chapman can't miss it. 16-11 to go, Buena Vista down by 6. Need a basket here. Freilich pulls up tough, double clutch shot, can't make it. But Freilich gets it back. Nice hustle, keeping the ball alive was Roth. Three-pointer by Jones, hits it from the far wing. Adam Jones, his second three-pointer of the game. And the freshman pulls Buena Vista to within 3.
Doesn't really look like Buena Vista cares about the rankings or the placings. They want to win, they're going to get it tonight.
Nick Winters and O.J. Freilich get a round of applause for checking out. Into the game will be Brett Smith along with Matt Jansen. So right now for the Beavers, you got Roth, Stribe, Jones, Jansen, and Roth. And Buena Vista sticking with the man-to-man. 15:38 to go in regulation. Bauso on the baseline, no good. Upper Iowa gets it back.
And as we said, the Buena Vista crowd really trying to make some noise and try to take Upper Iowa out of their game.
Lewis Bohm working baseline, passes it off, nice dish, and a basket by Bauso. Upper Iowa on top, 55-50. Brett Smith drives in, nice. Oh, he can't finish. Nice drive by Smith, but he has been, boy, he has not shot the ball well at all today. It'd be nice to get the numbers on him. And we have a tie-up situation, alternate possession arrow toward Upper Iowa.
I just leaned over, looked at the stats. Brett Smith is 0 for 6 tonight. It'd be nice to see him get some points on the board, though.
Yeah, and just to get his confidence level up, if anything else, because he's a good shooter. Players like that, you want to have them continue shooting the ball. Shot by Spencer, is it a 3? Yes, but he can't make it. Jones looking to fast break, but the opportunity is not there. Buena Vista down by 5, 14:35 to go. Adam Jones working down low. Spencer clears. Ball stolen away by Brett Smith. Smith, fast break. Jones for 3. There's Bohm going in, no good, he can't make it, but tip in by Sihas. Tony Sihas is there, and what an impact he has made off the bench for Upper Iowa. Gives them a 7-point lead. Timeout on the floor with 13:53 to go.
And as you've seen just here in these past couple of possessions, Buena Vista really not scared to go down to their ace freshman, Adam Jones, to let him try to shoot the ball.
One thing we have not seen in this half so far is Buena Vista getting to the free throw line. Only one team foul piece, and we're almost 7 minutes into this half. So, that's one of the keys. Buena Vista relied very much on that free throw in the first half. They're not getting that this half. And also they've missed a few easy shots. And Upper Iowa, just slowly but surely, you could see them increasing the lead by small increments. Now they've got to a 7-point lead. And I think now's the point in the game. A team like Upper Iowa is the caliber team where you don't want to let them get a double-digit lead, because then it could be over. So right now is a key point in the game for Buena Vista. You want to keep it close. Brett Smith. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Upper Iowa now into a 2-3 zone as you see it. And Nolan Stribe will be fouled by Joshua Purcell.
Upper Iowa showing really a lot of kind of defensive sets that they can do. They played man towards the end of the first half there, now in that 2-3 zone that you were talking about. Just showing the physicalness and the speed this team does possess.
Brian Fisher checks in. He's the man in the middle for the Beavers. Strive off the glass, can't get it to go. Too hard. Spencer pushing it. All the way in. No good. And Brian Fisher commits a foul. That's 2 team fouls on Buena Vista. 3 in the corner from Sihas, no good. Fisher with the board. Fast break opportunity, Brett Smith. And he's got it knocked away from behind. But BV will get it back. OJ Freilich re-entering the game for Landon Roth. And Ryan, I think one thing we talked about earlier in the game that really helped spark the run in the first half was that smaller, quicker lineup for BV. And I wonder when Coach Van Haften will go back to that. Strive, no good. Sihas with the board.
Yeah, exactly. Having their bigger physical team out there right now with Fisher and Jansen, 2 of the biggest guys on the team, showing their physicalness right now. You think he's going to go back to it at some point just because that was the team that got the run.
But right now, also, Upper Iowa's got their big guys in there. So a little bit of chess action from the coaches. Sihas, 10 seconds of the shot clock for Upper Iowa. Leading 57-50, 12:45 to go in regulation. Oh, Fisher, nearly a block, but they call him for a body, which he probably did get a little bit of. So Fisher picks up 2 quick fouls after he just checked in.
Fisher showing he wants to get it done in the middle there. First half, the block down low. Now he's going for it again. You got to think he wants to set the tempo down low right now.
Windblade connects on the first free throw. And he makes a second as well. So now it's a 9-point lead for Upper Iowa, 59-50. If you're at home, get on your feet. The Beavers need to start making some baskets here. Smith had it knocked away. Upper Iowa, big defensive play. Spencer comes out with it, but he slows it up because they don't have the numbers. Bosell from the baseline, no good. Smith rebound.
And as you said earlier, it is crucial that the Beavers do not get down by 10, by more than 10, double digits. It will be so hard to come back on a team like Upper Iowa.
Nick Winters re-entering the game for Buena Vista. He's played a great game so far. Checks in for Jansen. Just over 12 minutes to go. Buena Vista facing a 9-point deficit against a 4th-rated team in the Western region of Division III. Upper Iowa stays in the 2-3 zone. Winters for 3. Got it. Nick Winters comes in off the bench and immediately contributes, and all the Beavers needed that one in the worst way. That brings them to within 6. He's got 14 points for Nick Winters. And that's over his average. Spencer for 3, no good. Oh, and Upper Iowa, Coach Engen wanted a foul. Spencer fell down, but they didn't call any contact.
Even the little guys are getting into this physical mood here. Brett Smith just knocked Spencer down, so.
Smith had it knocked away, so Chapman picked Smith's pocket. Boy, Brett Smith is being constantly hounded by the pressure of Upper Iowa's defense. Makes it hard to bring the ball up the floor. And we have a foul against, who are they going to call that on? Nolan Scribe. 3 new Buena Vista players check in. Trevor Betcher, Adam Jones, and Roth re-enter. That is the 4th personal foul on Nolan Scribe, so he'll take a seat on the bench for a while.
It'll be interesting to see if Coach VH will put in some sort of full court press to kind of offset the pressuring defense of the Peacocks.
Chapman misses at 3, and they call the loose ball foul on Chapman, as Buena Vista will get the ball back ahead by 6 with 11:01 to go, and we're going to send it down on the floor right now, where it looks like our man down on the floor, Chad, has got Frank Bachman with him, the heavyweight wrestler for Buena Vista's wrestling team.
Buena Vista University's wrestling heavyweight, Frank Bachman. Frank, I know you guys were looking for that big meet with Wartburg. You guys are the top 2 teams, basically, and it got canceled. Was that a big disappointment pretty much to you guys?
It was a real big disappointment. We were all pumped up and looking ready for it and everything. As far as it affecting the conference meet and everything, you know, it would have been nice to have him here and actually beating him here at home and making the school record for most victories. But it all comes down the wire, you know, at the conference here next Thursday. I'll be heading at Luther. It'd be nice to beat him there. That's what it's going to count. So we're looking forward to that one right now.
All right, and how do you think you're going to use it as a team? Are going to do a conference. You guys pretty confident you're going to come away with a lot of victories there?
We should do quite well. Everybody is pumped up. Everybody's confident. We should, no doubt in my mind, we should take quite a few to the Nationals. It'd be really sweet at the end of the year right there.
Okay, well, thanks, Frank. It's Chad Aubrey with Innovation Sports. Now back to Ryan and Scott.
All right, welcome back to action. And Nick Winters getting inside for the basket. Buena Vista is to within 2, 59-57, 10-14 to go. BB has clawed back into it. Ryan down by 9. Now they've got to within 2, and action is heating up. And there is Chapman getting the basket and the foul, so a chance for a 3-point play for Upper Iowa. We saw O.J. Freilich spark the run, getting the basket over here. Then BB forced a turnover, and the crowd's really getting back into it.
And you know, we talked about Michael Spencer was the man to watch tonight. I think we were wrong, Scott. I think we need to be talking about Thomas Chapman, who is playing phenomenal basketball this evening.
Yeah, especially in the second half, he's really come out to play. And the free throw is missed by Chapman, so it's a 5-point Upper Iowa lead. They did not convert the 3-point play. Under 10 minutes to go now. Buena Vista down by 5. Upper Iowa stays in the 2-3 zone. Freilich getting his man up in the air. Basket, got it! O.J. Freilich coming to life with a baseline shot. He's got 9 tonight. BB to within 3. And it seems like O.J. goes in spurts. He scores a couple baskets here within a short time to really spark BV. And there's Reginald Alexander. And right there, you lay off the foul is what you do. You don't foul him. When they have an easy basket, you let him take that. You're not going to block his shot. And he's a person that's strong enough where if you touch him, it's not going to make a bit of difference. He's still strong enough to where he can make the shot. So not a wise decision by BV, and that is Nick Winters' second foul. And that comes from inexperience, being only a sophomore. Nick will learn that in a couple years. You can be sure of that.
And that's just on the 2 straight possessions down here. Upper Iowa got 3-point plays, making an easy shot and getting fouled on it.
That's right. So BB down 64-59, 9:13 to go. Landon Roth for three. This is huge. Got it! Landon Roth from downtown. And Lando, 16 points to lead Buena Vista in scoring. Playing a good game tonight. Under 9 minutes to go. Upper Iowa answers the challenge, and it's Michael Spencer. And he's pumping his fist saying, yeah, let's get on it. He's feeling it. So the big players are coming to play. Nick Winters all alone underneath for the basket. How did that happen? That's the easiest basket we've seen all day for Buena Vista, and they're to within 2.
I think after this, teams are going to notice that you've got to cover Nick Winters. He's been quiet kind of all season. He's a starter, yeah, but not real great. He has been phenomenal this game. And right now, during this break in action, we're going to send it down to Chad Aubrey, down on the floor.
We're here with the Buena Vista University cheerleaders. Now, ladies, I wonder, how do you feel you are doing as a whole tonight, as a team? Are you up to snuff? Have you congealed and come together tonight?
Of course. All our stunts are really coming together good, and the crowd's really getting into it now, so it's helping out a lot.
Okay, I noticed you've gotten the crowd lively into it. Now, my big question, you think the guys are going to pull it out here? There's 8.5 minutes left. They're only down by 2. You think they're going to pull it out?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so now you guys going to do a cheer for us?
Sure.
All right, take it away, ladies. All right, that's the Buena Vista University cheerleaders, and I'm Chad Aubrey for Innovation Sports. Back up to you, Ryan and Scott.
All right, thanks a lot, Chad, for that. Take a look here, quick look at leading scores. Roth with 16, and Nick Winters with 18 for Buena Vista. Freilich with 9. For Upper Iowa, you got Alexander with 15 and Spencer with 13, and Chapman's got to be right there too as well. Buena Vista down by 2, 8:19 to go. Check that. Spencer with a shot, and so they're down by 4 now. Michael Spencer getting into the action.
Chapman with 12 there, so.
Balanced scoring for both teams, 3 players in double figures for both. 8 minutes to go, BB down by 4. Wide open 3 for Winters. Got it, Nick Winters. He's got 21. Buena Vista down only by 1. Their closest margin since being on top in the first half. Now check that, it was tied. It was tied later at 32 in the second half. But Buena Vista, this is their closest they've been all second half long. But guess who's back on the line for Upper Iowa? And he has really taken over this game. Michael Spencer, the last 3 possessions, touching the ball and scoring on every one of them.
You really got to work on taking this guy out of the game. You got to tire him down. And I don't know. Anything BB's done against him hasn't worked. I don't know if you got to basically got to rip his head off, I think. You got to get real physical with the guy and just tire him down, make him work for everything he's gotten, which Buena Vista has done.
Spencer misses the second. So it's 69-67, 7:43 to go. Spencer considered by many to be the top player in the conference this year and definitely in the running for MVP honors. Betcher, and he is clobbered inside. Upper Iowa wants a jump ball, but no way. Nice job of Betcher to being aggressive, saw an opening, takes into the hole, making something happen, get yourself to the free throw line. Tony Sihas and Matt Jansen will check in at the next possible break, which will be after this free throw if Betcher makes it. A quick look at the, Betcher misses, but it's a 2-shot foul. Quick look at the foul situation, Ryan. Buena Vista, 16 fouls. Upper Iowa, 5.
So really close on fouls. I'm going to give the edge to Upper Iowa, obviously. They got less time to the bonus, but, you know, anything can happen. I mean, you look at the paper, Buena Vista wouldn't be in this game. That's why they play the games.
That's right. Buena Vista, after they make by Betcher to within 1. Nice job. Chapman can't make the reverse lay-in. Upper Iowa set it up beautifully, and Chapman couldn't make the tough shot. Landon Roth cutting across the lane. Adam Jones. Jonesy, that place would have erupted if he would have made that one. Ben Clausen count the basket in the foul. That's a huge play for the Peacocks. Brian Fisher, Brett Smith, Nolan Stribe check in for Freilich, Jones, and Betcher. And those guys get a big round of applause. 6:59 to go. Buena Vista down by 3. Upper Iowa 14-2 in the conference, ranked 3rd in the Western region. Jansen inside to Fisher. Oh, can't get the basket to fall. You got to make those. We'll see if he can make both free throws. You've got to make those plays.
Fisher's really moving bodies underneath there. He's really, as we've said all game, Brian Fisher, big guy, able to do that, so.
And Fisher misses the first of the free throws. Boy, that's big. You go from a 3-point play here to now maybe getting one. 72-69, Buena Vista. And a couple players hit the floor. Jansen ends up with a steal out of the deal. From now on in, both teams in the bonus. Tough defense by Upper Iowa. Jansen with it. Inside to Smith, who can't hold the handle.
Upper Iowa seems to be double teaming the guy with the ball no matter who it is. That's one bad thing and one good thing with that. The good thing is there's always going to be a man open then. The bad thing is the pressure to get it to him is a little bit harder.
You got to find the open man if you're double teamed, and that last possession really hurt Buena Vista. You get the steal, but you can't convert. You throw it away yourself. And Upper Iowa now 2 consecutive turnovers. All right, let's see if BB can capitalize here. Oh, and Landon Roth calling for the ball. Nobody sees Roth over here in the near corner. Landon Roth was all alone, and they didn't get him the ball. Under 6 minutes to go, Buena Vista down by 3. Upper Iowa still in the 2-3 zone. 12 seconds to shoot it. Landon Roth for 3. Got it! Landon Roth ties the game at 72 apiece.
He was calling for it earlier. He got it there, and he made good use of it.
Roth stepping up big in the second half. Spencer inside with a spin. Right over Stribe. Michael Spencer showing why. 18 points in the game, coming on big time in the second half, showing why he is the type of player everyone thinks he is. Stribe inside, got it. Nice pass from Matt Jansen. Jansen leading the team in assists, and you can see why right there.
And quick on the steal there, but just didn't quite get it.
Right now we have a seesaw battle, 74 all. Five minutes remaining in regulation. This one is going right down to the wire. Don't go anywhere. Spencer over 2 guys. What a shot by Spencer. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Right over Fisher and Jansen. That's not easy to do. And he makes it look easy. 20 points for Spencer. Upper Iowa back on top by 2. Fisher out to Roth. He's had the hot hand. 4:30 to go. Buena Vista resets the offense. They have 10 to shoot it. Landon Roth from 21. Got it! Unbelievable. Landon Roth gives Buena Vista a 1-point lead.
And then a steal.
And the BB defense answers. Spencer's going to be called for the foul.
It's only Spencer's second, but still it sends Landon Roth with the hot hand to the free throw line. And Coach VH has got to be happy with that.
And listen to this crowd at the Siebens Center. What a ball game. Landon Roth trying to give Buena Vista a 2-point lead. Wow, this one's shaping up to be great. 4:07 to go. And Roth gives Buena Vista a 79-76 lead. Right now for BV, you got Jansen, Roth, Adam Jones, Stribe, and O.J. Freilich in there. Spencer working inside, immediately double team. He still gets the shot off, and he still makes it. Unbelievable. Spencer, automatic. Oh, that was a tough baseline too. He's got 22. And it's a 1-point game. BV leads it. Spin move, tough shot by Roth, and he might have forced that one. Looking to draw the foul. And the refs right now letting him play a little bit. BV still up by 1. Spencer's got it. Sihas. Oh, he thought he might have traveled. And he draws an offensive foul. Matt Jansen draws a charge. This is both teams playing at the highest level possible right now, Ryan. And great basketball.
Great Iowa Conference basketball brought to you right here on Innovation Sports, Channel 3. And I don't think Stu Ingen really agreed with that call there, but...
Hey, but Buena Vista prides itself on doing those. Their goal is to have 3 of those per ball game. And they have players who aren't afraid to step in there and take the charge. So we'll check the lineups for you right now. It's O.J. Freilich, Nolan Stribe, Brett Smith, Nick Winters, and Adam Jones. So more of a quicker, better shooting lineup in there for BV. 3:19 to go. Buena Vista up 79-78. Upper Iowa has led throughout much of this game, throughout basically the entire game. Stribe inside, can't make it. Can't get the tip. And Upper Iowa controls. Oh, it was a great lead pass from Freilich inside to Stribe. Under 3 minutes to play. Upper Iowa down by 1, stolen away. Now recovered by Chapman. Chapman over to Spencer, guarded by Stribe. Now they set the pick for Spencer on the 3. Spencer short, but nobody boxes him out, takes it again, no good. He hasn't missed 2 all game, and he missed 2 in a row right there. Freilich, bounce court pass. Jones, they called for the offensive foul. So both teams on both ends making great plays, making things happen as they wipe off the floor. We'll set Upper Iowa's lineup for you here. You got Spencer in there still. He's not coming out of the game. He'll stay in there till the end. You can bank on that. You've got Ben Clausen, Ray Lewis, Joshua Bassell, and Chapman's in there as well. So those are the 5.
And the good thing you're seeing about Buena Vista right now, in this close a game, they're not coming down trying to get one player to get all the points. They're coming down playing very equally, and they're coming down. Every player's getting his hands on the ball and getting equal opportunity on shots, which is a good sign of good teamwork right there, Scott.
And Upper Iowa gets the ball across the timeline, signals for timeout. Coach Engen and his team discussing strategies here late in the game. 2:30 to go. Buena Vista clinging to a 1-point lead after they've trailed the entire ball game. They got off to a 2-0 lead to start off the game. Upper Iowa, then it was basically a 5 to 3-point lead much of the first half, 42-40 at the half, Ryan. Then Upper Iowa came out, opened up a 9-point edge, 59-50 to start off the second half. Buena Vista clawed back into it. They tied up the game. They went ahead, and now here we stand. Upper Iowa, you gotta think that they're not used to being in these situations because of the fact that they normally win their games. They normally have teams put away by this point in the game, being 14-2. Buena Vista believes right now they can win this. I give the edge to BV.
Home court advantage. And what this does is, if Upper Iowa loses tonight and Simpson wins, that puts them in a one-way tie and pretty much ruins all hopes. Doesn't ruin, but pretty much extinguishes the fire that's burning under the playoff bid for Upper Iowa.
That's right. Oh, rejected by Nick Winters. Unbelievable. Winters didn't even let that get a chance. All right, 2:10 to go. BV up by 1. Stribe draws a foul. It's against Basel. That's going to be the 19th foul on Upper Iowa. So the next one puts BV in the double bonus. As we take a look at the leading scorers, and it's exactly like we said at the top of the show, the two guys who we expected, Landon Roth, who had 25 in the first meeting, has 24 tonight, and Michael Spencer, who had 22 in the first meeting, has 22 tonight. So everything holds true to form.
And what Spencer's really done tonight is he's done it quietly. He hasn't been a dominating force. He just gets his shots when he needs them, and he makes them.
Nolan Stribe making both free throws. Buena Vista, 3-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Bohm getting the ball inside, nice underhand finger roll. Basel, the 6'2 junior from Chicago, pulls Upper Iowa to within 1:50 to go. This has been a great game. Scott Heinley along with Ryan Wickstrom, Chad Aubrey down on the floor. It's coming right down to the end. Stribe guarded by Spencer. Gets inside. Nice move by Nolan Stribe.
I tell you what, Scott, them young players for Buena Vista have really stepped up tonight and shown that they can play with a very good Upper Iowa team.
They wave off the shot. Traveling on Basel. They call Basel for extra steps. Big turnover right there for Upper Iowa. Remember that one. 1:15 to go.
This late in the game, that's really going to hurt you when you're down by 3.
Buena Vista now trying to play a little bit of clock. 1 minute left, 15 seconds left to shoot it. Coach Van Haften signals for a 20-second timeout.
And I don't really know what the strategy right now is. 58 seconds, you're down by 3. What do? Do you back your defensive off the BV guards, or do you get right up in their face and make them force a pass and possibly foul them? Or that's a tough decision for the Upper Iowa coaches there.
Well, I don't think there's any way Upper Iowa's going to back off. We haven't seen it all game long. There's no question they're going to get in your face and get after you, and they're going for the steal. There's no doubt about it. It's too early to start fouling. They're only down by 3. Winters inbounds. Gets it to Roth. Roth puts the shot up baseline, no good. Stribe almost had the offensive board. Upper Iowa on a break. Chapman. Signal for the offensive foul. That's huge. O.J. Freilich drawing the charge. 46 seconds left. Buena Vista up 83-80, trying to knock off the number 4 team in the country. Playing a 4-corner offense right now, trying just to keep the clock moving. 28 seconds left. And they call a foul on Chapman. That was real close to being a tie-up. Real close.
If you were at home watching this, get on your feet. I assure you everyone in the field house is.
And that'll put Roth to the line in the double bonus, so he'll get 2 shots. And Coach Van Haften signals for a timeout. Buena Vista 27 seconds away from potentially upsetting the number 4 rated team in the Western region of Division III and the top team in the conference. Earlier in the week on Monday, a scenario was set up as to where if Buena Vista could beat Co on Tuesday night and Wartburg beat Upper Iowa on Tuesday night, that this game, if Buena Vista could knock off Upper Iowa, would result in a tie atop the conference, BV and Upper Iowa. Things didn't pan out that way. Upper Iowa ended up beating Wartburg, and of course, Buena Vista lost to Co. But still, this would be the highlight of the season for Buena Vista, knocking off this team at home. And I think every player believed they could. When you only lose to this team by 6 on the road in that type of environment, they knew they had a chance at home.
Yeah, the first time they played them, one of the few teams to lose to Upper Iowa only by single digits, and this time showing it wasn't a fluke. They're leading by 3 right now, Scott, and you can't help but think that being at home and everything, Buena Vista is just got momentum riding their back, and really they think nothing can stop them right now.
Landon Roth, let's take a look at the numbers on the free throw line from this season, is 85%. So he's the man you want with the ball in the final seconds, and he makes the first. Roth so far tonight, 9 for 9 from the free throw line. And the 10th shot is money. Landon Roth puts BV up by 5 points, 24 seconds to go. Chapman with the runner, no good. Offensive rebound, Upper Iowa. And Nolan Stride blocks the shot of Spencer, no good. Offensive rebound, Ray Lewis. And Upper Iowa quickly calls a timeout with 11 seconds to go. They're now within 3.
That three-pointer really could have hurt you, because knowing Spencer, he could have made it.
And that was a huge block that time. Nolan Stride coming out of nowhere to get a hand in that. And you're right. Right now, if I'm Buena Vista, you're looking for Spencer to shoot the ball. No doubt about it.
And like we said earlier, this only brings back memories of Simpson last year.
Except this time, Buena Vista has a 3-point lead, so what they need to do is just protect the ball with 11 seconds left. Upper Iowa's going to come out. If they don't get a steal right away, they're going to foul you. So if you're Buena Vista, you want to get the ball in the hands of your best free throw shooter, which would be Landon Roth, 85% on the year, and 10 for 10 tonight. This has just been a great played basketball game all the way around, right from the opening tip.
There was no opening tip, but
yeah. The game started off after the technical free throws. And right now, those are playing a big factor for Upper Iowa. That could come into play. And ball nearly stolen away. Chapman almost made an excellent play, but BB's able to get it back.
And 1 second ticks off the clock.
All right, this is crucial, getting the ball in bounds. And Upper Iowa once again knocks it away. 9 seconds left.
Playing really strong defense right now, showing that they aren't going to go down.
Boy, this team will get a hand on any ball you throw up there. You got to get in 5 seconds, and BB calls timeout. Smart heads-up play by Stride.
Very smart. That would have been very bad to give Upper Iowa the ball back on their side of the court.
That's right. You don't want to. And now the Upper Iowa coach is getting mad. Van Haften talking to the coaches. But you don't want to force a stupid turnover down here on this end, especially when they have the ball in their half-court set, which would give them a chance to tie. If you have any timeouts left, and I don't know that they do anymore, but you definitely want to call a timeout and get a play set up, set a few screens, set a few picks so you can get a guy open and get that ball in bounds safely.
I believe the scores table is indicating that Buena Vista has 1 timeout left. Upper Iowa still has 2.
Okay, that's good to know. And the ball is stolen away. Chapman calls for a timeout. What a play by Chapman. Thomas Chapman almost had one earlier. Spencer almost had one. This time they come up with one. Well, 3 chances for Buena Vista to get the ball in the play, and they can't do it anytime. Actually 4 if you include the timeout. And Upper Iowa has a chance to tie the game with 6 seconds left. They'll inbounds the ball right here in front of us, and we're situated at about just 5 feet beyond the 3-point line. So 6 seconds left. Ryan, you think in one possession, they're going to have to set up a 3-pointer. Right now,
I think the man to get it to is Michael Spencer in any case.
3-pointers for Upper Iowa tonight. You've got Chapman's made 2 of 4. Clausen's made 1 of 3. Spencer actually, we show him as not making a 3 tonight. We show him as 0 for 5 unofficially. Tony Sihas has made 2 of 3. Also keep in mind, Ryan, a lot of times what teams will do is they'll set a pick for the guy who throws the ball in bounds. The guy who throws the ball in bounds will then come back, receive the pass, and shoot it. But definitely, you got to go for Spencer right here.
I say with 6 seconds left, extra innings is very possible.
Okay, so that's what we're faced with. 6 seconds to go in regulation. We'll set the lineups for you for BB. It's Jones, Freilich, Strive, Roth, and Winters. Keep an eye on Spencer. There he goes. He cuts back toward the basket, guarded by Strive. He's got the ball right now. 5 seconds. Spencer puts up the three from the far baseline. No good. Rebound by Upper Iowa. Put back and in. And that's your ball game. Time runs out unless they put more time on.
I think they're going to say they call timeout with 1 tick on the clock.
Okay, so it's a 1-point game, 85-84. The clock is showing zeros, but nobody's going anywhere. They reset the clock to show 1 second.
Right there, you got to question Lewis' decisions to go strong up with it. 2's not going to help you right now with only 5 seconds left.
I agree with you, Ryan, but I tell you what, give credit to the BB defense more than anything else. Upper Iowa got the ball to the man they wanted to, but they weren't able to get him a good look at all. He put up a wild shot, really had not much of any chance at all going in. Upper Iowa just fortunate they were able to get the rebound. The crowd chanting overrated right now, but I don't know. Buena Vista is playing very well.
I got one thing to say. Get ready for pandemonium, Storm Lake.
Winters inbounds it. And it's over. Oh! Unbelievable. That would have counted. That shot would have counted. That's about as close as you get right there. Unbelievable. Buena Vista.
You are seeing a stunned Upper Iowa team coming in here very confident, probably too confident to play this Buena Vista team.
Unbelievable. Both teams laid everything on the line tonight. And somebody had to win, somebody had to lose. It's one of those games, but Buena Vista comes out on top, 85-84. And what a great victory for Buena Vista. Definitely the highlight of the year. And this one will be remembered for a long time. We're going to take a break for a second, collect our thoughts. We'll be back with plenty of post-game. We'll talk to Coach Van Haften. Stick around for that. We'll have highlights and we'll have stats. So stay tuned. You're watching Innovation Video Sports.
Someone once said, we all come into this world alone, and we leave the same way. But in between, we have the chance to connect and help each other, to find ways you can do something to connect with the people in your community, called the Points of Light Foundation. Do something good. Feel something real.
For the great taste of fresh pizza, Pizza Hut is the only way to go. Pizza Hut only uses the freshest ingredients and toppings on your pizza. Whether it's pan pizza, hand-tossed, or thin crust, Pizza Hut has the pizza for you. Try the spectacular lunch buffet or scrumptious salad bar. Dine in, carry out, or have it delivered. Your pizza is always fresh, hot, and delicious. Pizza Hut, making it great again and again.
Okay, welcome back here to Siemens Center, where that score is correct. Buena Vista on top, 85-84, in an absolutely, thrilling basketball game. You can't really describe it. It was both sides played about as good a game as you can get. The refs didn't decide the game. It was clean. Both teams laid everything on the line. Steals. You had, people taking charges. You had three-pointers. You had runs. You had scores. Seesaw battles, lead changes, everything.
Just a hard-fought battle, and we got. Let's see. I'll bring you some of the last stats here. Like in the first game, Landon Roth finishes up with 26 points, 25 the first time, but still, what a play! I think. I got to call him my player of the game. I don't know about you, Scott.
I think any time you win a game like this, it's a total team victory. I don't know if you can single out any one player at all. Nick Winters, 21 points. Nolan Stribe, 10 points for Buena Vista. O.J. Freilich with 9. I don't know. If you had to single out one, I'd say it's Nick Winters, to be honest with you. For Upper Iowa, Michael Spencer, 22 points. Victor Alexander, 15 points for Upper Iowa. Not much of a factor in the second half. I think that was big that BV shut him down. Chapman finished up with 12, and Basel had 9 late in the second half. At halftime, it was 43-41 Upper Iowa. At one point, they built a 9-point lead. The Peacocks did. Give them credit. To be honest with you, I didn't know how easy it would be for Buena Vista to come back, but they hung in there, kept playing defense, were able to get a little run going with some nice shots, some great offense. They got to the free throw line and eventually tied the score. From there, it was anybody's game, and when you're at home, you got that crowd on your side. You know, you like your chances, and that's what happened today. Buena Vista 85-84. Free throws, Ryan, pretty big.
Free throws big, and we're going to take a look at highlights right now while we're waiting for Coach Van Haften to come up with his post-game meeting with his players to get the first interview after this humongous win. Thanks, Scott. I've been up in the booth with you all day, but now I'm with the man of the hour, Coach Brian Van Haften. I have one word: wow.
It's a heck of a game, and you know, you can say all you want about these guys, but they have a lot of guts, and they came out tonight and played with a lot of guts. We were down a lot in this game, and we battled through. Landon Roth and O.J. Freilich really pulled us through together, and Nick Winters hit some big shots for us, and just all the way around, we just had some great efforts from a lot of people, and this is a game we really wanted to get. And I think we played with a lot of emotion, played very physical. We had to be a physical first in this game because they're a physical team, and we just played as hard as we could.
And it didn't seem like that much of a deal in the beginning of the game, the 2 free throws for dunking the ball in pregame, but what a difference those 2 made.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. I think one of the keys, to the game, you're right about that technical foul there, but one of the things we really did well is we shot free throws down the stretch very well. When we really needed free throws to be made, we made them. We made some big shots, and I tell you what, I could play in one of those all the time.
And I think pretty much everybody counted you guys out of this game except for your players and you. You were up for this game, and you wanted this game.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I mean, we talked about it this week, and we had a great game at Co. We just came up on the wrong end, and this night we've made some of the plays. You know, we made some big plays in this game. We drew a couple charges late in the game. You know, we just did a good job of really hanging in there, and we believe in ourselves. I mean, these guys have come very, very close. We're not going to win the league this year, but we've come very close to doing that. I mean, there's just a fine line between winning and losing, and so tonight was a good effort by our guys.
I guess I just have to say I feel really sorry for Loras tomorrow coming in here, having to play you guys after this. You guys are on cloud 9 right now. How are you guys going to come down for Loras tomorrow night?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm kind of scared about it because when we've had games like this before, we haven't played well the next night. And so we're going to have to come out and be ready to go tomorrow night. It's parents' night, so hopefully we'll have a little fire in us. And, we want to finish out this year strong.
Well, I'd just like to congratulate you. Wish you good luck tomorrow. And I don't know what else there is to say after a win like tonight. We're going to send it back up to you, Scott.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ryan. I tell you what, Coach Van Haften, his record speaks for itself. Conference championship, a third-place finish, and he's done a remarkable job again this year with this team all the way around. So Buena Vista, an 85-84 victory today against Upper Iowa, the number 4th-ranked team in Division III. And what can you say? It was probably one of the best ball games I've seen here in this building. And neither team deserved to lose, but that's the way it goes. And Buena Vista just fortunate to come out on top. Big victory. And like Ryan said, tomorrow night, Buena Vista's got to come back down right away and tackle Loris. And a reminder, that game will be on Innovation Video tomorrow, starting with the women's tip-off at 6. And so that's about going to wrap things up for here. I want to give a big thanks to everyone involved in the telecast, Director Micah Elston, Technical Director Chris New, engineer right here, David Gross, Ryan and Chad Aubrey down